Good evening, everybody. I hope you all had a blessed day. My day was pretty amazing after working a 12-hour shift. And having got some good news about a couple that I've been praying with who had what seemed like an impossible prayer answered for them. I just came back from celebrating the good news with them, and it's just absolutely amazing, amazing watching these blessings happening. One minute I'm sitting there loading the pipe and praying with this young man. Well, not young man, he's older than I am, but he's still a young man. Um, but but praying with him and really working with this couple on their faith and their spirituality, and watching blessings happen in their life the way they did and their prayers getting answered is just absolutely amazing. And to have them thank me, and I'm saying, well, don't thank me, thank God. God's the one that answered your prayers, not me. I'm just a conduit. I carry medicine, and we prayed, and your prayers were answered. And they said, well, thank you too. And I said, well, you can thank me for helping you with the prayer part, but all thanks goes to the Creator. So it's awesome, and it's amazing watching people's prayers get answered and blessings happening in their life. And the thing I want to share with you tonight is about honesty and building character. And you know, when I talk about honesty and building character, character is one of the hardest things to build because we spend a lifetime destroying our own character. And a lot of times we don't realize we're doing it. We just go day to day. We live like, in a fast-paced world where we don't stop to think about our spiritual responsibilities to ourselves and how we view ourselves. We just live, and then we don't realize that sometimes we make choices and decisions in our life that make us spiritually ill. And a lot of times that has to do with not being honest with ourselves or being honest with others. You know, and you may not realize that it's doing damage, but it is. It does damage. It does damage to how you feel about yourself inside. And really, you know, the choices and decisions you make today are going to determine how you feel about yourself tomorrow. And so make better choices and decisions. Being honest with yourself and completely honest with yourself only benefits you. If you're dishonest with yourself and dishonest with others, you're not hurting them as much as you're hurting yourself, because you're destroying your character and you're making decisions that are going to make you spiritually ill. So what you know what I wanna what I wanna really get across to you is, um, being completely honest with yourself means facing yourself, and that's not an easy thing to do. One of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life was facing myself, because I was afraid, maybe even terrified of what I might find when I looked inside myself. You know, not feeling good enough, feeling like a second-rate citizen. Having grown up on a reservation, being half white and half Indian. I'm half Irish, I'm half Indian. 50-50. My dad was full Irish, my mom was full Native. I refer to myself as an Irish Indian. And some people call me Irish, and some people call me other things that probably aren't so good. But you know, um, what I want to say is, facing myself was one of the hardest things I had to do. You know, um, half the time, I spent so much of my life behind an image that I believed that I needed to survive. It was a survival tactic. That I lived behind this psychotic, crazy image of who I thought I had to be to protect myself from the world, because I viewed the world as a violent, cruel, mean place. And that's not who I was. That's not who God designed me to be. He didn't design me to hurt people. He designed me to help people. And um, that's who I am. That's who I am today. I'm a spiritual man. I'm not a religious man. Um, I spend a lot of time helping people that want help, and those that don't want it, well, um, continue down the road you're on, and when things get hard enough and you need a creator and you need the creator's blessings, I'm always going to be here to help whoever wants help. You know, that's my path in life, and that's what I was called to do by the creator. That's my spiritual responsibility, not only to myself but the people around me. You know. Um, this world, that this life that I live, I look at it as a path that I'm walking through. Okay, I'm walking through a path, and it's a pathway through to where I really need to go, which is the universal, from the physical to the universal. And that's when I cross over. When I pass on and I cross over, my path here in this world is done, and I'm getting to the where I have to be, to my next journey. And it really does work that way. We literally walk through lifetimes. We walk through worlds. We walk through worlds. Believe that. We walk through many worlds to get to where we're at today. This world you're walking in today, I can assure you, isn't the first world that you've walked through. You don't have to believe that, but we all have different beliefs, and this is what I believe. And I have reasons that I do believe that, and things that have happened in my life and things I've experienced that show me that there's much more coming after this, and there was much more that happened before this. You ever experienced deja vu? Yeah. Well, for those of you who've experienced deja vu, here's a news flash. That's from a previous life. That's a previous life and a recollection of a previous life that you once lived. I don't expect you to adopt the way I think, but it sure couldn't hurt your perspective of life in the world around you by adopting some of the ideas, as far as the honesty and the character building and stuff like that. It's things like that that keep me out of ego, keep me out of pride, and help me continue to stay focused on what my true responsibility in this world is while I'm here. And it's not just to pay bills and work for a living, or buy groceries, or or whatever. My responsibility is far greater than I ever imagined. And the videos that I'm making today is just taking apart, taking care of some of that responsibility. I get nothing out of doing this other than hopefully other people's lives transforming into something and flourishing into something more beautiful, to watch it change their attitude and their outlook on life. Because life is brief. It is. Take a look at your last 20 years and ask yourself how fast it went by. And how fast the next 20 is going to go. We're only here like a shooting star that just burns out, and then we're gone, and we're going on to the next journey. We don't just disappear. We don't just end. Our lives just don't stop. Our spirits live forever, So the character that you build today and what you learn today about honesty and about building that character and being honest with yourself, you're going to take with you into your next life, Take the time, to look at yourself. Don't waste a moment, because that's a moment that you'll never get back. Every moment is an opportunity to learn something. And if you're not learning something, you're just being led through this world blindly and wasting all those precious moments. I hope that you all got something out of this video. I really can't even explain, how amazed I am at how divine my Creator really is, and His power and His blessings. To watch Him bless other people's lives, it truly blesses mine. And I wish that for you all. I wish that for you all, and I'm here for anybody that wants to learn more. I'll keep putting these videos up for anybody who wants to subscribe and learn more about a different way of looking at life, looking at people and complicated situations. You can follow me here, or you can friend me on Facebook. David Schuyler, DavidSchuyler, and I'm more than happy to help anybody who needs help. Okay, y'all have a blessed evening, and I will be talking with you all soon.